So enough of that. If you're ready to create the trust within yourself, you need to conquer your fears, to stop that self-sabotage and have the body that you dream of. And not just the body, I mean, we talk about that stuff, but it's not about the body, is it? It's about how you feel. What is up, my friend? I'm health expert Ted Rice. Welcome back to the Legendary Life podcast. I'm coming to you from Bangkok, Thailand, where I've been for the past, I guess, month or so. Really having a good time here. Phuket, which is in the south, is a bit slower. It's on the beach. Bangkok is it's like being in New York, but in Asia. And it's just a great city. But I've kind of pushed, if you hear a little nasally sound to my voice, I'm a little bit sick because I've been training Muay Thai hard. I've been working out. I am down to probably under 10% body fat right now, according to my nutrition coach. And I am just, I pushed the social end of things a little too far because I was hanging out, meeting people. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the holidays, talking about how we can change our experience of life. So let me ask you this. Have you ever wished that your boss would treat you better, or your partner would treat you better, or the world would treat you better? Don't you, or haven't you ever wished that people would start to see your greatness and start to treat you differently? And we're going to talk about what you can do to create that change for yourself today. I'm so honored to be sharing this with you. But before we get to that, I just want to say this. If you're listening to this podcast for the first time and you're like, oh man, what am I even getting into? What is this guy talking about? Well, this show is all about clearing up health and fitness confusion by breaking down science-based information on how to lose fat, prevent disease, and live a longer, healthier life. But on episodes like today, which is a Real Talk Friday episode, I stay away from the sciencey stuff. And I do that for a very specific reason. A lot of what we end up doing with the science, like, oh, tell me the grams of protein that I need to eat for optimal fat loss and muscle growth, and tell me the secret exercise techniques, and what are the biohacks and the little tips and tactics and strategies that I can implement. All that stuff is great, but far too often it ends up being something that looking towards we're getting into instead of digging deep and doing the real work. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, the real work. I want to ask you, what's the one thing you want this year for the holidays? I bet it's not something you can get on Amazon. I mean, if you're like most men and women, you're aware of the things that you want. Oh, I'll share some of the things for you. I mean, I want to redo my wardrobe. I've lost so much body fat that my pants are literally falling off my ass. I need to go buy a belt ASAP. And really, I want to redo my wardrobe because what I wear, some of the shirts still fit me, but my pants are I have to constantly pull them up. And so that's something I want. As far as other material things, I really can't think of much right now. There's definitely certain experiences I have, and that's what I want to talk about next, because you probably want a bunch of things. You're like, oh, I want this, I want these earrings, that purse, I want that car, I want those power tools or whatever it is that you're into. But not every person is in touch with what they truly long for. And I want to know, what about you? What is it that you long for? To look into the mirror and love what you see? To go to the gym and know exactly what to do to create and maintain your dream body? No more confusion about what workout to do or what fad diet to follow? No more bullshit excuses about your slow metabolism, your genes, or your age? I got a client right now, Karen. Karen, if you're listening, just so honored to have you in the program and to tell you about Karen. She's 56 years old. She made her goal weight in 2 months of being in my program. Now, she may want to go shopping for new clothes that fit her amazing new body because she went and tried clothes that she was wearing 2 years ago that she couldn't fit into recently. And now those clothes are loose on her and she's getting in even better shape. And I want to ask you, would you like to see all that unwanted body fat you've been trying to get rid of for years melting off your body faster than you ever thought possible? Without any of the excuses anymore, to really know and to really make it happen, to wake up full of energy and actually enjoy getting dressed in the morning because you look and feel great. And imagine walking into the office, the boardroom, to your business, to your restaurant, radiating confidence. And oh no, not that fake confidence that we put on where we're just in, we're in that mode where like, okay, turn it on. Like how I used to do when I was doing personal training. I wasn't happy back in Miami Beach training those people. I mean, there was nothing wrong with them, but I just put it on, but I wasn't radiating confidence. How would it be if you radiating confidence? How much better would your relationships with other people be? How many raises would you get? How many promotions would you get? By the way, Karen got a raise in the first month of being in the program. Now, she was due that raise if you listen to her testimonial that I put up on the podcast, but that's something that happens all the time. And for some people, they're not looking for more money. They've got money. They're looking for a better relationship with their partner. And I want to ask you this too. Even if you do know what you long for, do you have the skills, mindset, and motivation to actually receive your longings? Because I want to tell you something right now. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. And I like getting gifts. Super cool. But gifts come and go. So do houses and cars. Bank accounts go up and down. But what if your health and fitness was something you could actually feel in control of? What if you could see consistent progress every single week? And if you're not looking the way you want right now, you may have a hard time believing it's possible. You may even think I pay some of these people, I shouldn't say it like that, some of the amazing, incredible people who sign up to my coaching program and go through the process. And if you listen to Karen, and I keep mentioning her because we put up her testimonial recently, and that was only the 2-month testimonial. We're going to do a 3-month testimonial after she achieves even better results. But you may have a hard time believing it's possible if you hear what I'm saying. There's probably a mountain of limiting beliefs about what you're able to accomplish. Oh my gosh, I had this it wasn't a long conversation for me. I just got hit with these long messages from this person who just was rationalizing why she couldn't get results. Just a wall of, have you ever received those walls of text? You're like, this is so hard to read. You didn't even bother putting like paragraphs here. Just a mountain of excuses and limiting beliefs about her fitness, nutrition, stress management, self-control, even about who she was as a person. And what I want to tell you is these beliefs are keeping you from getting the body you deserve and keeping you from trusting that you can achieve this. And one of the most powerful shifts that happens right before my clients get results is that they start to trust the process. They start to trust themselves. They start to, in the case of my coaching group, start to trust me. They stop second guessing what they need to eat, stop killing themselves with extreme workouts, stop beating themselves up, and just get back on track when they fail. Because there is no failing. The only failing is giving up or not starting because you keep looking for the cheap way out, the quick way out. But it doesn't exist. That's the problem. It just doesn't exist. That's what we call the quick fix trap. I'm not going to be stupid and hire a coach and join a coaching program. I'm going to go online and figure out all the free information and do it all myself. I'm so smart, pat me on the back. Then if you think that way, look at yourself in the mirror right now. Think about the results that you've gotten in the past month. Actually, you may not be able to look in the mirror if you're driving. Don't do that. But think about what you've been getting. One of the dumbest things that smart people do is they keep repeating the same unsuccessful pattern over and over and over. And they think that trying harder is the way to do it. And it doesn't just happen with health and fitness. It happens with relationships. Oh, I'm just going to try harder in my relationship. I'm just going to try harder to be a better parent. Listen, you don't have the skills, knowledge, or expertise or experience to make it happen. You need help. And when you finally do that, you start to take control of your health and understand that building and maintaining that leaner, stronger, better, healthier body that you want, it's a journey. It's not a 4-week program. It's not a downloadable PDF. And from this foundation of self-trust, they get what they want quickly. And I know how it is. It's the busiest time of year right now. And every year will be the same. But you can stop the holiday weight gain. You can be the person. Do you think Karen's going to be going around to the holiday parties? She's going to be eating what she wants, by the way. And people are going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you not fat and unhappy and just getting fat and just not feeling good like everybody else here? She's going to be smiling and eating what she wants. And people are going to ask her. And by the way, my clients, because we talk about this in the group coaching, people ask what they're doing. And then when my clients start to tell them, just they glaze over. It's like, so do I cut carbs or do I do intermittent fasting or do I do high intensity interval training? And I tell them, listen, don't try to sell people. I say, hey, I appreciate you recommending clients and trying to send them my way. But the truth is, they really got to be ready. That's why I won't even spend a second of my time with you unless you watch my masterclass or, unless you do a few things. I won't hop on a phone call with you. You need to be ready, because if you're just looking to quick fix it, you don't have what it takes right now. So whether you're frustrated and hopeless or making a little bit of progress, but not even close to where you want to be, the key here is to have a mentor that can grab your hand and show you how to get what you want, even when life gets hectic. And you think I say this just because I sell it? Is that what you think? You would be extremely mistaken. I just hired someone to help me with a social media strategy. Cost me $500 for an hour of their time. $500 for an hour of your time? That's crazy. Why don't you just get the information on the internet for free? Because it doesn't fucking work. That's why I don't do it. Because I've tried it that way. Think I haven't spent, and I still try to find some free things. But nothing is like having an expert who's doing it in the trenches, who's helped other people do it, sit there and say, listen, I understand your business. I understand this is the type of posts you need to make on social media. This is what the times that you post on social media. Here's the things that you want to specifically kind of say on social media. And this is your strategy, because that's what mentors do. And so I've created a training for you that maps out how to lose 15 to 30 pounds of unwanted body fat and keep it off. And that's without doing the dumb detoxes, the cleanses, the intermittent fasting, keto, or any of those quick fixes that don't work for the long term. You don't have to give up your favorite foods. You're also going to learn how to go from being out of shape to the best shape of your life in your 40s and 50s or even 60s, while still showing up, growing your career, being a great parent, keeping that spark alive in your relationship, how to get your body leaner than ever even if you've never been, I'm going to show you how to get down, if you're a woman, how to get down to 20% body fat. If you're a man, I'll show you how to get down to 15% or lower. Even if you've never been that lean in your entire life, every single person right now has that ability. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying you're going to be on the cover of Men's Health magazine or Shape magazine. That's a whole nother discussion. But can you listening right now, step up, and can you lose fat? And can you get to 20% body fat if you're a woman, or even lower, or 15% body fat as a man, or even lower? 100%. Everything that you say that's stopping you is a lie. It's a limiting belief. And I understand why you believe those things, because I used to believe some of that too. But I'm going to show you how to finally get out of your own way and take action, even if that little voice inside your head keeps sabotaging you. And I'm going to show you how to do it without any gimmicks, cutting carbs, giving up your favorite foods, spending, your life in the gym like I used to do. I'll show you how to create the trust within so that you're going to be that person showing up. You know how people look at me now when they see me without my shirt on? Or I put, those shirtless selfies that are a little bit douchey, but guess what? People are like, oh man, Mr. Shirtless selfie. But guess what? You're paying attention to it, aren't you? Because we all long for that. And I figured it out. And by the way, just a note there, I hired a coach to help me. Now, I want to tell you this. Why would I hire a nutrition coach when I know exactly what to do? In fact, I help people with it. Well, 2 reasons. 1, I'm traveling and I'm in Asia. I ain't in America where it's easy to find protein. So easy to find food. Here, the foods are very complex sometimes, especially in Thailand, Vietnam. And I was being lazy about it. I knew what to do and I just needed the accountability and I needed the push. And so I hired someone to help me. And by the way, never trust a coach who doesn't invest in coaching. If you hire someone, they better walk their talk. So enough of that. If you're ready to create the trust within yourself, you need to conquer your fears, to stop that self-sabotage and have the body that you dream of. And not just the body. I mean, we talk about that stuff, but it's not about the body, is it? It's about how you feel. No, I ain't gonna lie. I look in the mirror and I got a mirror in front of me right now. I'm seeing veins on my shoulder. I've got veins coming out on my abs. I like the way I look, but it's really not about that. It's about how I feel. And if you're looking to get that feeling, then I want to help you. And here's the best way to do it. If you've been a long-time listener, I want you to go to legendarylifeprogram.com/apply. And that's for the people right now, for you right now. If you've been listening for years, if you know what I'm about, but it just was never the right time, and you're finally ready because you realize that there is never the right time. In fact, right now is the best chance ever, because every week, every month, every year that you wait, you become more ingrained in your patterns and it's going to be harder to break out of. And you don't want that to happen to you in 2020. Go to legendarylifeprogram.com/apply. Now, if you're new and you're like, all right, Ted, well, I'm a little new, but I'm interested in what you're selling here. I'm resonating. I'm interested. What I want you to do is go to legendarylifepodcast.com/free. Now that's my free masterclass. And I'll tell you something. I won't get on a call unless you watch it. If you're if you're not a podcast, a long-time podcast listener, I wouldn't waste my time. Not that you're not worth my time. You're absolutely worth my time, but you need to meet me halfway and do your research and know what I'm about. Because it's not a sales call. It's a call to see how committed you are. That's what it's really about. So if you don't have the results to show for it, to show for all your hard work in 2019, and you realize you're just not doing it right, and you want to start 2020 like a rock star, like a badass, and have people wondering, what are you doing? Are you starving yourself, or are you taking a special supplement? Is there something new on Dr. Oz that that I missed? You get all this silliness from people. So anyway, those are your two options. If you're a longtime listener and you've been on the fence and you're ready to make a change and have me guide you through it, and either do it one-on-one with me or be part of an amazing group of people, now's the time to take action. There's already 7 people in the group, and we'll probably cap it at 15. And when I say probably, I mean maximum 15. That may even be too many. It may be more like 12. And then you're going to have to wait until someone leaves. And right now, people want to stay in the program because of the camaraderie there, because of what happens on the coaching calls. So again, legendarylifeprogram.com/apply to get to the call. But if you're new, go to legendarylifepodcast.com/free. I want to talk to you about the brutal truth about New Year's resolutions, in case you happen to be one of those people who set them, but only end up as a statistic, because it's really clear people give up. In fact, 80% of people give up the second week of February. So this is the first step in trusting yourself and valuing yourself, and saying no to the big screen TV or whatever you have planned to buy for this season, and saying yes to something that is going to give you an experience of life that will make everything better. And then you can go buy the big screen TV, because you'll probably be making more money, and you'll be having more sex, and you'll be having better relationships, and your kids will respect you more because you stepped up. So if you've been wanting to invest in yourself, make better choices. If you want to learn how I've helped hundreds of men and women over 40 get their bodies back in shape, improve their health, so that they never have to go through another holiday season feeling food guilt, trying to restrict themselves, and finally enjoying. I teach you how to enjoy every time you go and eat something delicious and still lose fat. That's what I help you do. I help you get in badass shape, better than shape than you've ever been in your life, leaner than you've ever been in your life, while still having your cake and eating it too. Sounds good to be too good to be true? Go listen to my success stories, because that's what happens to all the people who step up in the program. So one more time, if you've been listening for a while, go to legendarylifeprogram.com/apply and apply for the call. If you're a bit new, you need to jump through some hoops. Go to legendarylifepodcast.com/free, watch my free masterclass, look at the testimonials, look at my process, and if it resonates with you, then there'll be a place at the end where you can book a call with me. So change is possible, my friends. We always think about the cost. We never worry about, I want to buy that new outfit or that new car. Gosh, how cool will it be when I'm driving around in the new car? And then a week, a month later, it's just your car that you get in. And yeah, it might be a little nicer and newer than the old one, but you didn't change. And people aren't going to treat you differently, because nobody really cares about your car. Nobody thinks you're that cool because you didn't change. You just bought something. Another quick attempt at trying to improve your life instead of putting in the work. The truth is, if we want our experience of life to change, we want people to treat us differently, our boss, our partner, our kids, our employees, we need to change. That's how it happens. And it starts with you stepping up. And now is the perfect time to do it. So I'm going to end it here. I hope this was the Santa Claus boot in the butt that you may have needed to hear. And I want to let you know, no matter ever how tough I sound, I'm tough because I know what you're capable of. I've walked through hell and came out the other side, if you know my personal story. So no matter what you're going through, I know it can be done. And I believe in you. And I see more in you. I know you're capable of more. And I don't want you getting to the end of 2020. I don't want you to get to 50, 60, 70 years old, looking back and saying, oh man, I really should have done that instead of screwing around and doing all those other things. And that's what I want to stop you from doing and making those mistakes. So I love you. Have an amazing holiday, even though it's just Friday right now. There's no holiday immediately coming up, but I hope you're having an amazing holiday season. And I hope you do the right thing. I hope you carry yourself across that bridge of fear, because that's what I come here to do. But ultimately, you're the one that's got to pick yourself up and cross that bridge. It's a journey you must take on your own. Love you. Have a great weekend and speak to you soon.